do. I don't know.
I'm good for kind of whenever.
I'm good for whatever on Tuesdays, but not on Thursdays.
Yeah, Thursdays
Maybe
it has to
Mondays?
start at 6 for me.
Okay, that's fine.
What if we did Monday, Wednesday? Does that work for everyone? I'm just, trying to see if we can be a little more flexible.
I'm not going to be able to do Wednesdays.
I can't either.
All right, well then let's stick with Monday, Thursday.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a question. We've got stuff going on as far as, I forget what it is, for the big project. What are we supposed to be doing for that? Has anyone heard?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
I'm kind of going, we've got something doing.
I think unless we hear anything new, let's just assume that what is on the project is what we're supposed to be doing, just to be safe.
Yeah. But don't we need to have some things going on with that?
I'm sure we do.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
I mean,
We'll find out after it's due.
I mean, we don't have anything. We don't have anything for the project for weeks.
Right.
It looks like still. Like I have enough going on that I'm not going to make up stuff for myself to stress about right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need any of that.
Well, my goal is to pass this class with a fairly okay grade because I have to apply for nursing school. So there we go.
Well, it looks like we have everybody here now.
Yeah, let's.
All right. Well, sorry about that. Are we all pulling up the test?
I've got the
Yes.
test up. I'm trying to pull up the data files.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, we have 2 spreadsheets for it.
question about tests. I know it's been a little while since our first test. Do we have a second one coming up soon?
I think
It's the end of next week.
Yeah.
Is it the 3rd to the 6th? I think we have 3 days.
Yeah, so we have like from the middle of next week to the end of next week for our next test.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I just thought it might be coming up soon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm being loud, guys. I'm eating my dinner in front of you.
Oh, you're all right.
Well,
We'll start on
You are.
I am a poor, starving college student is who I am. So I eat when I have the time.
I definitely eat during this too, but you guys just can't see me, so you know. I'm in my pajamas. I'm eating my food.
Yes, I was going to say you're in your pajamas.
Yep. It's just a casual Monday night over here.
When I was your age, Sean, I used to donate plasma for money. That's how poor I
I definitely
was.
did that while I was
You know, my daughter used to do that. She got very deathly ill because she was doing it. She was doing all kinds of things 3 times a week. I said, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You cannot do that 3 times a week.
Now I think they only let you twice within a 7-day period.
That's what. But she was
Yeah.
just, I need money quick. And I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah. Well,
But she just thought the boys would ask her out so she wouldn't have to worry about dinner.
I mean, if she was living in Rexburg, that's a very
it's a
possible
possibility.
thing.
Yeah.
When I lived up there, I did not buy groceries very often.
Girls are lucky.
That's how I survived.
I bought groceries every week.
Maybe you should just insist that a girl pays for the date.
Uh-huh.
Just
That
kidding.
works.
You get there and you're like,
Yeah.
whoops, I forgot my wallet. Actually, true story. I went on a date and a guy was like, oops, forgot my wallet. And I was like, you don't seem like you actually really forgot it. Like, it seems pretty like
Accidentally on
apparent that it
purpose.
was. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, don't feel bad, guys. My husband used to do that all the time. He did. I was like, I can't believe this. And then when we went to go get our marriage license,
He forgot his wallet.
well, no. He had a check and they didn't accept checks. I ended up paying for that.
Oh my
Well, at
goodness.
that point, you're basically married, so what's his is yours and yours is his.
Oh, yeah. We've been married over 34 years. And as he looks at me, he goes, you've gotten me back several times.
Yeah. No, I've never forgotten my wallet on purpose or an accident.
When I was single, I used to have a lot of cash in my pocket. Now I have nickels, dimes, and quarters.
There you go.
Do you have a daughter?
I have 5 kids.
That explains it.
Yeah.
My dad found a meme and it's this little girl like just throwing money out the window, and it was like what it's like to have daughters, and my dad was like, this is very accurate. This is an accurate representation of my life. It's like, we're rough. We're pretty rough. It's cool.
My daughter was really helpful at throwing money away. We actually discovered that she was very helpful. She wanted to help clean up and stuff like that, but she was taking the cash off the counter and stuff and throwing it away for me. We found out that she probably threw away about $400. So
Oh
and
my
she was about 2 years old. So we put a stop to that. We started putting cash elsewhere. The only reason why we discovered it is because she had a $20 bill in her hand, was throwing it away. You know, what are you doing? I'm helping. I'm throwing away the trash. Okay. So in order to pay myself back, I sold her little sister.
Oh, gotcha.
Good job.
Yeah, medical experiments. You know, they don't pay much, but you know, $400 is $400.
Mhm, yeah, no.
You guys.
Hey, I got a joke for you guys before we start.
Yeah, what's up? What's the joke?
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. There's this old couple, and you know they live near the boardwalk and out on the coast of California. And every year, you know, the fair comes, and you know they got the Ferris wheels and everything, and there's always the helicopter there to give rides. And so the wife, she said, take me on the helicopter ride, you know, the first time they go. And he goes, it's $50. And, you know, $50 is $50. We can't do it, you know, so, and this goes on, you know, so the next year she asks again, and this goes on and on and on for years and years and years. And so, you know, finally this one year she says, you know, I really want to go on that helicopter ride. You know, this may be the last year we have a chance to do it. You know, I'm 87 years old, and I can't wait anymore. I want to take the helicopter ride. And the husband says, you know, it's $50. $50 is $50. And the pilot's standing there near the fence. He says, look, okay, I'll take you guys up, and if you don't say a thing the whole entire ride, the ride will be free. But if you say anything at all, make a noise or anything, you owe me $50 each. So they said, okay. So they get up there in the helicopter, you know, he's zooming around, doing all sorts of crazy moves, trying to get him, and there's not a sound, not a peep coming out of him. He gets down, you know, to about ready to land, and he turns around and he goes, I can't believe I couldn't make you squeal. And he goes, well, as soon as Herb fell out the window, I couldn't say anything because, you know, $50 is $50.
Oh my.
Yep. That's better than the way I had originally heard it, but
Yeah, it's one of those recirculated jokes. Okay, so
should we get started?
Yes.
Sorry,
I think
Yeah.
so.
I have at least 3 other things to do tonight. So,
sorry.
oh no, you're good. I was doing part of it right then, so you're good.
So question
All
number
right.
3 is asking for the test statistic. So our formula
Is T equals D bar minus UD over SD. Okay, honestly. Square root of N.
I should have been writing that down while you were doing that, but
So D bar minus U sub D
Yeah.
divided by S sub D, and then all that divided by the square root of N.
Root of N.
So I got 0.22.
I did not. I got 2. How did?
well, I have a question with parent data though. Isn't the U 0?
Yes. That's
Yes.
what I put down.
I'm just trying to. I don't remember the dang formula.
So you guys got 0.222.
That's
Or-
what I got.
Yep.
Well, how come I got 2? I'm so confused.
What do you enter in as your formula?
That T equals D bar minus UD, SD, square root. And I've got, for the SD, I had 3.3. I
Mhm.
know I did something wrong here.
And
so
then-
so you have the right formula. Did you do 2.2 minus 0
Yes.
equals 2.2
Yes.
divided by 3.3?
And square root of, yeah, I did.
Okay. So then from that you divide all of that divided by the square root of 9, or 3.
Now I didn't get that. Okay, hold on. The square root of 9 is 3.
Yes.
Okay. And then, oh, usually I have it together. So I got 3.3 divided by 3 equals 1.1.
Wait, how'd you get 3.3 divided by 3? Oh, you mean underneath? So it would be
Yeah. And that
I'm going to
equals
pull up the
1.1.
book and see what that says.
And 2.2, 1.1.
Because I didn't think that you
From
did
what?
the whole.
Who's in the kitchen? Go get mom. Hold on, guys. I think I got a fire in my kitchen.
okay.
No.
I think Susan might actually be right. So what we do is we put the D on top, the D bar on top, so it's 2.2, and then it's divided by, on the bottom, S sub D divided by square root of 3, or square root of 9. So if we do order of operations, so we do everything on top and everything on bottom first, and then we divide that out, that comes out to 2. And then on the spreadsheet, I just entered in that information, and it brings up T at the bottom as 2.
Which spreadsheet are you using?
I'm using the paired sample t-test for means.
Sorry, I have like 3 spreadsheets that I'm trying to pull up.
It's the quantitative inference procedures, and it's the second page in that book.
Yeah, no, it's coming up. It's just taking a minute.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Up on that.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Do you have everything
You
okay?
okay?
Yeah, my little kids are taking care of it. So my
Okay.
wife turned on the oven. My wife turned on the oven, and there was something in there, and it's smoking up the house. So they're taking care of it. We've got windows open. It's turned off. So okay, where were we? You guys are probably halfway through now. huh?
No.
No, we're on 3 right now because I'm with Susan, and I also have 2 for question 3.
Well, it should be, because 3.3 divided by 3 is 1.1
Uh-huh.
divided by, so 2.2 divided by 1.1 is 2.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I did that wrong.
Sorry for fighting with you boys and girls.
Why'd you apologize just now when you were right?
Yeah, when you're right, you don't get to apologize.
Yeah,
That's our turn.
true story. Sorry that we were wrong.
No, that's fine. I've been wrong a lot lately.
Well, not to pull a home teaching message into it, but this month's message from the presidency says that when you're obeying the commandments, you're always right. So President Monson said it, so it must be true.
Well, I'm going to use that argument on my accounting test tomorrow. We'll see how it works.
I like that.
All right. Question 4. The probability of obtaining a test statistic greater than Jordan's test statistic is 0.0403. Use this probability to determine the p-value for Jordan's hypothesis test, round to 3 decimal places.
So we're doing
Or
I need to pull up.
greater than. So we just need to do the only one-tailed on the probability.
Mm-hmm.
okay, guys, I've got a question for you. Are we using a different, what is it called? A probability thing? We can't use the normal one, right?
No, we're still using that one.
Okay. Let me,
What probability
Well-
thing are you talking about?
Just talking about the applet.
Oh, okay. But that doesn't take into account
It
the degrees
doesn't.
of freedom.
no, it doesn't.
Well, but yeah, it doesn't. Well, no, what we need to do is you need to use the quantitative inferences, and then you need to put we have to put in. Do we have a mean?
yeah,
We
it's 0 technically. Well, not a mean, but that's our kind of our goal.
So we have 2.2 is the mean.
Oh, that's right.
The standard deviation of the sample here is 3.3, and the sample size is 9.
Yeah, but just get it out. Standard deviation was what again?
3.3.
3.3. N was
9.
9. That's right. So then what we need to do is our confidence level then is, don't we need to change that to the difference of what?
So So we're using a 95% confidence interval, right? Since they haven't told us otherwise, that's what
Yeah.
we assume.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
bless you.
thank you. Oh,
So the p-value then is actually, wouldn't it be the same, 0.0403? I mean, that's the answer that it's in there, and that's the one that I'm getting on Excel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Probability.
Excuse me again.
Use the probability to
Bless
determine the p-value for Jordan's hypothesis test.
Like, I guess I'm missing something here because I thought that p-value was the probability there.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that it just gave us the answer.
0.040. Do we round it off? That's
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out at the end of our quiz about that.
That's for sure. All right. For the next ones, we have to use Chapter 12 Data A1. And it looks like we're going to be doing a paired sample test. So it does say make sure you do group. Do group 1 minus group 2.
Right. We're doing
Hey,
A or B.
I've got a question about that really quickly.
Mhm.
Do you take, when it says group 1, so is that your first variable you put up?
Yes.
And that's what I thought. But I noticed sometimes they were doing post-test minus pre-test. I gather it'll state what we need to do.
Well, your data group 1 is pre-test.
That's what I thought.
Data group 2 is post-test.
Yes. But on one of them, it said post-test minus pre-test. And I'm like, what is this? I did the
If that's the
homework.
case, then we switch it. If it says post minus pre, then it's, in this case, then it'd be group 2 minus group 1.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay.
But for the quiz right now, they want us to do
I
group
know.
1
They
minus
want
group 2.
1 minus 2, and I've got
Okay.
that. Yes. I'm just trying to ask questions because
Well,
I'm
it
being a little bit-
basically inverts your confidence levels or confidence intervals. Is
Yeah.
when you
It
do it the
does.
other way.
It does. Did you guys do your homework yet?
No.
Because I struggled with some of it. I
did the preparation. That's it.
did the prep, but I also did that other thing too. And I was like, what's wrong with me?
I did the homework. I got like 2/3 of it I nailed, and then the other third of it I was pretty off on. So
Way off.
before I go back and do it, I have to stuff and struggled with.
All right. So for number 5, I got 0.407.
And I got
That's what I got.
0.404. What?
For our t-value,
Yeah.
yeah, 0.407.
Okay.
P-value, I got 0.689.
Yep.
Yep.
I got 691. I must have put something in wrong.
If you
that's-
went through and manually put them in, then yeah, probably.
Oh, that's right, because we're doing a not equals test.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Yes.
And I thought I did.
it's not equal to. So 687 or 689, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's 0.689.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
And then so based off this, since it's greater than the p-value, then you would fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Correct. Yeah, let's not do like we did last time.
Right. Right. Agreed.
We learn from our mistakes.
Or repeat them if we're history.
Yeah. for keeping the commandments. Okay, so question number 8. Suppose your alternative hypothesis is instead HA is U of subscript B is greater than 0. Boy, I can't speak today. Greater than 0. What is the correct decision based on this evidence?
So in that case, the p-value becomes, it's still greater than 0.1. So we would still fail to reject the null hypothesis. So we would have insufficient evidence, or wait, we would have.
Hold on.
We'd have insufficient evidence that the mean of the difference is greater than 0.
There we go. Yeah.
I think so.
So
If you read it to me, it makes sense, but.
So now we have to use B, and we're doing group 1 minus group 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and B is longer than A, so we don't have to worry about getting rid of any of them.
And what's our hypothesis test? It's not equal to, and alpha is 0.01.
So it's a 99.9, or is it 99?
Yeah.
Not equal to. Sorry guys, I do
So I
everything.
got a 3.737.
Well, that's great, but they're not asking for that. Wait. Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Which is greater, N or DF, and it's N.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I read
Yeah.
reading the wrong stuff.
Because N will always be
That's all
greater than
good.
DF.
Yep. The p-value, I got 0.001.
Yep, that's what I got.
That's what on that one.
And that's lower than 0.01, so we reject the null hypothesis.
Okay, what did you get for 10 again? I'm looking here.
0.01.
0.001.
That's your p-value in the third box over.
Well, how come I got 0.004? Do you know what happened? My differences all came up, but they're missing a difference in the 6930 in my one box. I don't know
Well,
how.
that would throw it off.
Yep, that would get
Yeah,
thrown
and
off.
I don't know what happened there.
I'm not sure. We can tell you what it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
In that top box for differences, I have 39.
Okay, so it's 6930 and then the difference is 39, yes.
Yes.
Well, I can read that, yeah. There we go.
Do you get the right p-value?
I got 0.002, not the 1. So what else is going on here? I got 39, I have 4. That's not right.
No.
It should go 39, 22, 25, 11, 33.
Hold on, that's the one I got. I don't know what's going on here. So 34 minus 12 is 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 25, 11, 33, 9, 19, 21, 3, 1, 2, 15, 10, 1, 17, negative 22, 15, negative 11, 8, negative 10, 25, and 30.
That's it.
Yep.
That is weird.
Perfect.
And
Now
I
what do
still
you have?
have, oh, now I have that.
It was that other 22.
Yeah. I was going, there's a problem here.
So p-value being lower than that, so we're rejecting the null hypothesis in
Yep.
question 11.
Mm-hmm.
So question 12, now you're doing a greater than, and you keep the same level of significance. Did the p-value increase or decrease? It's going to decrease.
Yes.
because
Yeah.
we're a single-tailed test.
Yep.
If you make it less than though, it increases. So you got to make sure that you're doing the right test. Because I put less than on at first on accident, and I was like 0.99. That's a little high. So
I did the same thing on accident.
yeah. So since it decreases once again, we reject the null hypothesis.
What? I'm sorry, I wasn't following what you were saying there, Sean.
I might have led you astray. Don't even listen to me.
Okay.
Sean and I both made the same
I'm just-
mistake with the drop-down menu, and we messed up our p-values for a second.
Oh, okay. So you did the less than.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it made it almost 1.
So
Okay, but, that's the question then. That's the question I have then. So the question on the quiz is asking an alternative, but now we do, greater than, sorry.
That's
No,
greater than.
right. The alternative is greater than.
Mhm.
So, and that's way smaller.
Yeah.
So we're rejecting, sorry, I'm sorry, yeah, we're rejecting the null hypothesis still.
yes,
Yes.
which
Okay,
means
so
we have
for-
sufficient evidence that there is no mean difference between the two groups.
No, we have sufficient evidence that there
insufficient evidence
is.
that there is. Yeah.
That there is a
thought it
mean
would-
difference.
I thought it would be the third one. We have sufficient evidence that there is a mean difference between the two groups.
No, because we're
Because-
rejecting the fact that there is that there is
So
a. Oh wait.
No,
That's
if
what I'm
we
saying.
reject, we have sufficient evidence.
Right. So we
I'm
have
sorry.
sufficient evidence, but see, if there's no difference between the means, meaning that the p-value is over alpha, it would be the first one. The third one says we have sufficient evidence that there is a mean
Difference between the two
is
groups, and that's
a
what I
mean
have.
difference between the two groups. So,
And I think
so
if
we
it's
do
the
have
other way,
I think you do. I think it's insufficient evidence. It's not. You'd never say we have sufficient evidence because you're not necessarily accepting the alternative hypothesis, but you're not accepting what you originally assumed. So you're never saying there's sufficient evidence to say this is true. You're just saying I know this isn't yet.
Mhm.
I don't know, I have in my notes, if we reject the null, insufficient evidence too.
So I think it is insufficient evidence, but for which one?
Oh, okay, so we have sufficient if we reject the null. If it's
No, we never have sufficient evidence for anything. So think of it as like
okay,
think of it as so like in the scientific method, right? They never say, "Oh, I know this is true." You say, "We're pretty darn sure this is true, but it's not for sure yet." But if something's not right, we can say we have sufficient evidence to say that's not true.
okay,
But when we're not sure, we say we're not 100% sure that that's not true.
okay.
Did that make any sense at all to anybody other than me? Because I kind of confused myself.
No, it makes sense. I got it.
Oh.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to. I have to say that I have to still play devil's advocate here. In the textbook, it says state your decision. Okay. Since the p-value is less than the level of significance, we reject the null hypothesis. So step 5, present your conclusion in an English sentence. It says, there is sufficient evidence to suggest that the mean duration of hospital stays is increased when a patient develops a nosocomial infection. So it does use, there is sufficient evidence when we reject the null hypothesis.
It is sufficient.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That p-value is very, very small, and we
Right.
we even did a level of confidence of 0.01. which is
Yeah.
99% sure. So I don't know how much more sure you can be than that.
So we're saying the third one then, we have sufficient evidence that
I'd
there is
say
a mean
yeah.
difference.
I'm still putting a foot out for number 3.
Well, that's what I have too, but I'm not going to fight with anybody. I'll just do my thing.
Well, how about this? We can do the third one, and then Sean, you can go ahead and submit it first. How does that sound?
It works for me.
All right.
Okay, let's move on. Okay,
All
as
right.
we have seen, the p-value depends on the alternative hypothesis. In general, which alternative hypothesis will give the smallest p-value?
I think that one's not enough information. It depends on the
Right.
problem.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
Because it
because
could
you
be
saw
either
in that other
greater
one, it
or
was
less
at
than.
99 on the one side.
Yep. All right. For the next one, it says determine the 95% confidence interval for the mean difference between the two groups, group 1 minus group 2. I'm assuming since they didn't tell us to change data sets, they want us to use the same data set.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I got 5.303 to 18.607.
Yes. They're asking for the point estimate first, but those are the same
That's
numbers I
right.
got.
That's right. So what our point
I mean,
estimate
that
would
answer
be
is 18
what?
and 19 anyway.
Yeah, it does.
That would be our
I
mean,
skipped
wouldn't it?
16 completely.
Is that the mean then? The point
11.
estimate, isn't that the
Isn't
mean?
that, our point should be 11.955, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's our,
11.955. Yeah.
And
so
then
then our
One.
our margin of
5.303.
error would be 3.199.
Yes.
That
Oh yeah,
whole-
because there's 2 standard deviations away. So yeah, that would make sense.
Never mind. There we are. I was like, wait a second. That confidence interval. For a second, that
Seemed
didn't
a little
match
off.
up. But
And you keep in mind there are just about two standard
Yeah.
deviations away, or I guess it'd be a little more than 2 standard deviations away. Then it does work.
Well, it's 6.4 from the 11.9, so that's about where it is.
hmm
Hmm.
Okay, so 17, is that 3.199?
9.9.
Yeah,
yes.
I
okay.
think so. All right, Sean, do you want to go ahead and submit it?
Hold on, I'm still putting in
The lower.
numbers.
All right.
18.607. Whoa, that's a big number. That was in the decimal place.
Makes a little bit of a difference with the decimal place.
180,000 versus 18. Okay, I'm submitting. Question was it again that I was putting my foot out for?
14.
18.
And any other ones that we could have gotten wrong.
I got it right. I got it right.
How'd the rest of them go?
You. But actually, I missed something else. So, well, no, I missed 17, which is not 3.199.
I didn't think it was that.
Isn't 17 6.652?
Yeah, and
Because-
and question number 4, the one that we were talking about, the test statistic.
Yeah.
What's the probability of obtaining a test statistic greater than Jordan's test statistic?
So for question 17, it's just double what we had then, isn't it?
Not double exactly, but
No,
Kayla,
so
what'd you get?
you do, I got 6.652, so you do the upper confidence level minus the lower confidence level and then divide it by 2.
Hmm.
Now, you do that with what? When you've got a greater than, right? It's done with the greater and the less than, am I correct?
The
No, that's-
margin of error?
That's always going to be your margin of error because it's going to be from your median or your mean how far on either end.
Okay,
Like how far either way is it going?
all right. So
Option 17 is the proper answer, 6.65.
Yes.
now what did you get
So
for
you,
that?
did you already submit, Kayla?
I have not, but I will submit next.
Wait, we need to check number 4 still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm working on right now. So
Hey,
After
Kayla,
we
can you
do
give
number
me
4.
the thing for that, the margin of error, which you did to get that, you
Upper confidence level or
Yes.
confidence interval minus the lower confidence interval,
okay,
and then divide that whole thing by
By
2.
2.
Okay. So I was thinking for number 4, what if we did 1 minus 0.04? Because that would be anything greater than his would be 0.96. But I don't know if that's the probability of getting a test statistic. Oh, wait a minute.
I think we had the wrong box checked.
So then for 17, you got 6.652.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got now. Okay. I have to remember all these things. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure what they want for number 4.
Yeah, I'm really confused by just that question in general.
Well, I know they want to know the probability of getting a test statistic greater than that test statistic. Wait a minute.
Give me 1 minute.
So what if we're focusing on the p-value when we're supposed to be focusing on t?
Don't you just put 0.403 in the normal probability applet and then see
That
what's
comes out.
above it?
You get a z-score of 1.7.
And I also
No,
try to do the
you
opposite.
put the test statistic in for the z-score, and then your probability is 0.484.
But you can't do that in a normal probability app, can you?
Because there's this degrees of freedom.
Oh,
So it was 0.0319.
I don't know where you got that. But
Yeah.
I put in that test statistic as a z-score, like I thought Kayla had said.
Oh, no, I got 0.404.
Oh, hold up.
Or 484, sorry. But it was wrong. I just tested it, so it's cool. It's cool.
Did we get 14 right? Or not 14, sorry. 17?
oh no.
Yes,
Was it?
you did. Boom, boom.
Thank you for that one, Kayla.
Of course. I do what I can. I contribute in my own little way.
Okay.
What was that one? That one was the 6 point.
652.
hmm
Okay. 9.
I will not let this number 4 beat us.
Well, I'm kind of thinking to allow it to.
0.9597. Whoops, no, not
So
that. 0.9194.
What?
I got maybe it's 0.9194 where we set the greater than as 0.0403, and then we just shade in the middle. That could just be completely off.
Wait a second. I have an idea.
Well, the probability value is just slightly different than what a normal. Wow.
So I'm thinking this is probably the wrong thinking, but I'm still thinking it. What if it's just a 1 minus 0.0403 and you get 0.96 after rounding?
The probability of obtaining a test. Go ahead. I was just talking to myself, sorry.
There we go.
I mean, maybe. I feel like this question is just asking like half a question.
I'm kind of wondering Jared, if it's like what you were saying, that maybe it's just the inverse of, because the probability
like
of obtaining a test statistic greater than George's test statistic is 0.0403. Use this probability to determine the p-value for Jordan's hypothesis test. Jordan's hypothesis test, okay, is U of D equals 0. So it's going to be both tails. We're going to have to take it 0.0403 times 2 and subtract that from 1. And that will give us our answer. That's the answer to the question.
0.0806.
Yeah, 1 minus 0.0806. Because
so it'd be 0.9194.
Right, because it's gonna a two-tailed test. It's a one-tailed test right now, is what they're showing us, which is 0.0403. Now we need to take both tails off to give her actual probability. Booyah! I bet you that's it. Did it do it?
Submitted it, and that's it.
I didn't catch you. You're breaking up.
I submitted it. I just now submitted it, and that it's. Hear me?
Sort of. Every other word.
Awesome.
Just
answer
with.
No.
Nope.
Oh.
That was not the answer.
And I tried the 0.96. Didn't think it would work. It didn't, but I tried.
Then they obviously have some sort of a typo here or something.
I don't know.
Maybe she'll answer it, because she watches them for the most.
Right.
I might keep this 95 right here then, and
I'm fine
submit
with
the
my
video.
95.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
all right,
guys.
I'm gonna stop the broadcast.
Okay.